Yeah. I think the most important thing for this call for all your listeners is that I just want the sellers out there to know that there are so many programs that are out there for you, and you're not going to get answers from the Amazon reps unless you ask them. Until you bring it up, it's like car salesman. Until you ask, you're like, hey, look, I saw this deal on this website or this TV commercial. Are you offering it? Like, oh, okay, cool, we'll give it to you. But they're not going to give it to you until you know the right name or what to ask for. Like, for example, we're talking about the subscription boxes, but in addition, every ethnic group in this country has a specific Amazon program for that ethnic group business owners. So like for Black business owners, there's an accelerator within Amazon to help you grow. For Lebanese business owners, for Indian business owners, Mexican business owners, so on and so forth, there's literally a whole department whose sole job is to make you rich, right? They will tell you how to activate everything and do whatever, but just start asking the questions like, hey, is there a department for Mexican-owned businesses if you're a person of Mexican origin? Hey, I want to get into Japan. Do you have a system where I ship it to America, to the US DCs, and you'll ship it to the Japan DCs for me? They're like, sure, we have a system for that. Hey, will you help me translate my packaging into the different languages? They have that too. There's literally a program for every single one of these things, and they'll do it at their facility. There'll be a little charge, but break the barrier and get into the market, and you leverage Amazon's resources to do it. And later you can scale on your own if you want to take some of that margin back. That opportunity is always going to be there for you. But anyone who's not taking advantage of these like secret programs and secret memberships and all that, I think you're just leaving money on the table.
So when you say ask, who are you asking? Not seller support.
So your Amazon marketing services rep is the
Okay.
best rep to start asking questions. And at one point, you're going to qualify for an AMG rep. That AMG rep is the guy who's playing at the $50,000, $100,000 range, and they'll give you the answers to the bigger opportunities and things that are out there. And eventually, you're going to get a different rep for legal, and you'll get a different rep for something else. And then I just start putting them all in one group email chain. Hey team, my seasoning brand is looking to get into Mexico. I need labels translated in Spanish. I need kitting. I need shipments from the US DCs to the Mexican DCs. Point me in the right direction. And they will literally give me the answers, the cheat sheet. They're going to give me everything I need to do. Where I don't do anything. I'm just clicking off my keyboard and typing stuff, and it just automatically goes wherever I need it to go. The only troubleshooting comes in is if you can't afford expansion. So don't expand until you're ready to expand, obviously, right? Because you have to have the inventory. And, you know, I've got some people on this where they're like, oh, look, Amazon will put me in all 20 different countries that Amazon exists. Great, let's have them do it all. Well, what happened to the United States inventory? Because it takes time for it to get there, right? Amazon's going to ship it by sea, so it saves money. And then all of a sudden, you don't have any inventory to sell, and your manufacturer's not re-upping your inventory for another 12 weeks. And now you're just sitting on your thumbs, not earning any money. So you have to have proper supply chain planning and logistical planning to understand how this is going to affect your inventory counts and all of that. And as you know, once you mess up your reporting data, I mean, you're going to lose Amazon's choice, you're going to lose buy box, you're going to lose all sorts of issues. So you just have to be very smart about how you go about it.
Yeah. I mean, I always say this. I said it in many episodes, and I'll say it again. The challenge in selling online successfully is not selling. It's inventory. It's demand planning and financing your inventory. Because the minute that because success looks like scale when you're doing business online. Well, scale means inventory. Well, guess what? You're not going to scale ever if you don't have inventory. You'll simply run out of inventory, and that will be the end of it. And running out of inventory means interruption of data flow. It means interruption of campaigns, which means that when you start it back up, it's going to be, uphill battle again. It means losing rank, which means everything. So it's a nightmare. And of course, inventory means finance. So ultimately, you better have the money to scale if you're starting a business with the intention to scale, or
Right.
at least get ready to get the money, because if you don't, all the efforts will just go to waste. So it's
Absolutely.
always the same situation.